Okay. Yep, and game sounds right. Okay, let's see. The winds are from the left here. Give some right rudder so we don't weather vane into it. And keep my upwind wing from raising. Might get squirrely here 1 sec. I gotta try something. Alright, there we go. I didn't have my force feedback for that, so I had to alt-tab to get it back. And yeah, such a good, clean game to run, Condor. And we'll pretty much stay on the mountain ridge behind us the whole way. You want to do some flying on tow? Okay, here we go. Your controls, if I remember how. Thought it was control. Let me fly the. Alright, hold up. Let me finish this turn and I'll remember again. Not comma, because that's bug wipers. We should be able to like use the ridge to get up to a thermal and then start like above the guy. The task, the window. There's a height limit. Wouldn't you like to know? Still trying to figure out what frickin' button this is. I was hitting it earlier, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Just the left control button. When we straighten out here, I'll give it to you. Alright, your controls. Your controls. I say we just go until he weighs us off, unless you really just feel something super aggressive, super big. I definitely did not look at what field elevation was. But we're about 2,000 above the ground right now. So it's about 2,000 AGL. So wind's at our tail basically right now. I think this tow will take us to about 5,000, I want to say, so. And that's above the ground, so maybe might take us pretty high up. But I mean, you know, that'll put us in a good position for the start. Or at least we could get the start done without having to climb for 30 minutes, you know. we'll just earmark this spot on the ridge if we have to come back here. That is some skid into a spin type of rudder there. You know, it's got like curves that you can adjust. What rudder pedals do you use? The pendular ones? Yeah, I mean, rudder's just so critically important to gliding, as you know. I don't even try to let the people I fly with use the rudder. I just step on it for them. Like, oh, you're doing so good turning it. A little bit more back pressure. They don't even know. You're gonna break the rope here. You know, it's really hard actually to demonstrate slack rope. So you're right. What's the real danger of slack rope? Like, what's... Yeah, right. And so, have you ever gotten that much slack in the rope in your training? Right, exactly. Oh, there's a wave off, yeah. All right. Yeah, gear's still down, but let's see how we go. Yeah. So we released at just about 7. Yeah, I see 18 knots at this altitude, but I concur. This is definitely... So the race doesn't start till set for 7 minutes. Yeah, I think that this is exactly, you know, the move right here. Feel out. If we get height, we can really control. If we can just, you know, eke. If we descend through the top of the start gate, right at the, you know, corner, the edge of the start line, then we'll have a lot of great energy to carry through the whole task. We start fast, you know. We should be able to maintain it. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably get to the cloud base before the start. City actually looks really great from this height, right off our nose. Lots of buildings. Uh-huh. Imagine flying a 737 doing a circling approach right here. You could probably fly exactly that approach in this duo. We also have 5 minutes until we can even start it. Yeah, race in 5 minutes. I was hoping more people would join. Can I fly the ridge for a minute just to feel it out? All right, my controls. My controls. Been getting, yeah, I've been getting to do a little bit of mountain flying lately. Been taking a few of my friends over the mountains. It's been fun. I wanted to take my family all over the mountains, but I only had 2 hours to give 3 rides. So, by the time you pre-flight the glider and get it up there and get someone switched out. Okay, so lift goes right up to the clouds, it feels like. Okay, that's pretty hardcore, huh? So we can obviously probably just peg it at 100 knots, and over the course of a ridge, we'll end up back up here. Oh man, I wish we had flaps actually. hmm Still in it, still in the lift. Yeah, the ridge probably all combines on the top of the ridge to give something, huh? Okay. Yeah, kind of set ourselves up. Yeah. Yeah, totally know what you meant. We'll head east, opposite of the on course. I don't want to fly too fast. We're already up at almost 10,000 feet, so Viennese probably in the like 136, 135. Probably have to pop the spoilers out over the start gate to manage our height when the time comes. Get a pretty nasty slip. The wind is definitely not strong enough sound in Condor. You're in VR, I guess. I don't want to make you sick. All right. Yeah. You can have controls and you can set us up so that we can depart. I mean, just probably at like 120 knots. All right, your controls. I don't, but you're all right. Just don't break the wings off the glider or flutter. Minute and 25. I'd say try to stay above 8 because 7.9 actually. I'll let you. I'm not gonna micromanage. I'll let you blast this off here. This minute's gonna feel like forever though. I'm hoping it is more than 75 knots. Hoping, I hope it's 80 knots. That's my personal goal. We're definitely gonna have to do like a loop or like a circle. I'd put the spoilers in though until the very end. Just so you don't accidentally, because here we are already about to be in it. Alright, turn us around and just slam us out. Alright, you know what to do. Yeah, not ideal of all the things. But this is exactly the path we're gonna have to follow to our right, so just stick it to the ridge and just we'll make up the height along the way. Yeah, we'd honestly start further away from the ridge on the edge of the start front. So those snow-capped peaks to the front of us are, you know, overall what we're gonna get to, but gears up, spoilers are in, we're flying. You know, do your best to, if you feel it, connect up to the clouds. If we hang below cloud base like the whole time, just like in that connected ridgetop to cloud base lift, probably will be ideal. I wouldn't deviate too hardcore. Yeah. Okay, I feel you. Hask is kind of smart to bring you down just below the ridgetop, because you're right, it was cranking. It was like no issue at all to get to cloud base, huh? I mean, even if you trade like a little energy to kind of ride your way up on top, we'll just see where it takes us here. Alright. Good find. Yeah, for sure. Might be something somewhere under this cloud as well. I'd say punch out and let's head to the next one. This next ridge should be good. I'd say I can't tell what a good speed, what a good fast speed to fly is. Yeah, I'd say keep it between 90 and 100. It gives us basically a McCready 3. I think it's pretty dang good glide. I know, that's crazy actually. Wings are full. Full of water. It's gonna, I think it's gonna take us for sure longer than that. I do think this will take longer than it appears at this present moment. Because at some point we're going to have to jump some ridges, so we're going to have to play it tactically. But if we keep cooking like this, then we're doing good. You see how it's kind of making a horseshoe? In the map, you sort of see. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we were doing like, I forgot where we were flying. Best case scenario is we make it to the top of this ridge by the end of it. Without sacrificing too much speed. And I think because the closer to the ground we get down here, might not be as good, but let's see if this will get us up here. Yeah, just ride the wave. Wind's picking up as well. Yeah, but it was showing like 4 knots when we were really close down there at like 6,000. Can I try stretch of this ridge? Alright, mic trolls. Mic trolls. Right when we enter the sink. Yeah, unless we really get slow taking a thermal, I'm probably not even going to worry about him. Okay. I mean, that is what my goal was, so now I want to do even better. Can't really tell where the best direction to go is. Also, I feel like maybe the wind on this ridge might be getting a little obstructed by the one upwind. Packing up some speed for this little pass here. Strong stuff right here. I want to circle, but it's definitely worth just going along with the ridge. I'm going on the left side here. Also trying to find where maybe under the clouds connects up, you know. Could just be sort of on this upwind side. It's definitely rocking over at the start gate. Yeah, but I think that was like in the first update when like no ridge was working and we were just trying the ridge all the time. I can't remember, but I feel like it has improved. And I feel like it was a common consensus that it was not working well. Yeah, we could definitely try it. Always down. I think the clouds look better over these ridges, so that's why I'm like leaning towards the right side. Right. You want to lead us to some success? I didn't really make up much ground there. Alright, your controls. Your controls. Those long wings over there. I think we'll just have to make a beeline to basically where those clouds start. I think you made the right call doing a little dolphin there. Not too sinky right over here, but pretty strong winds. So I'm hoping this ridge right in front of us gives us something. No, I don't think it's gonna be getting much. Oh, although it's pretty sinky downwind of it right here. Alright, sniff out that lift. Yeah, this is probably the right amount. Yeah, with our speed, we're really just keeping the same altitude here. Might have to slow it down just a touch until we get more among the ridge tops. This is good. I think it'll be sinky on the left side of or on the downwind side of this ridge to our left. So as long as we get upwind of it, that was a good little spout of lift there. But we really only gained 300 feet. There we go. Yeah, down low, our sink rate this heavy is going to be our detriment. Yeah, this will be good. Winds are still nice and strong. I think we will have to stay kind of attached to this until we get sort of directly upwind of our point, and then we might just like downwind dash the last 2 points. But there's a few different little ridges. Yeah. It'll probably also depend on how much height we have. It might be obvious to us. I also don't want to go too far away from the actual waypoint, you know. This is harder in a duo than it is in a 18-meter Ventus. It was like just under 100 knots, I think. I don't think we're gonna jump it. We'll have to go upwind. Sure. Got some serious things to consider. I wonder if it's worth going the like long way where that nice looking ridge is right in front of us. The ridge that's like just to the north of it, that's kind of off our right wing right now, just blocked. Uh-huh. Oh, I do see now that I zoom in a bit more. Just keep down here and then make a decision. Okay. Hopes. Yep, I think that's looks right to me. All right, mic controls. Really want to get back to these ridge tops. I just know if I slow down, we're gonna get to the end of the task with so much extra energy. Yeah, they do. Let's just see what we can get out of this little run here. That was so much lift, I thought it was gonna be just super phenomenal the whole time. Few mistakes were made, but we go on. No, I mean, I'm gonna just tap a little bit and then go off to the left. Back to 7,000 here. I feel that the upwind push, I can't tell if it's worth it or not. Do you think it's worth it? I feel like, we're right here on this ridge. See if we can stay somewhat connected with the top of the ridge here. This is good right now. I'm gonna just follow the contours here. See if we can pick up some energy and some altitude. Nice 500 extra feet here. I think we'll have a faster average time if we stick to this ridge and get to cloud base. I feel like because it's so far upwind, we'll make a lot of time. We'll invest a lot of time getting over there. But this one that's just apparently off our like 1 o'clock might be doable. Right. Our required energy has already come way down. And it looks like we have a good run. Potentially all the way up to that mountain just coming off our nose. Yeah, I think teetering to the left eventually will be the right move. Just want to see what else we can get from these faces. Yeah, these clouds right under here make me think that maybe there could be something worth trying. I think that's just a little bit of lee side from the little bump over there. I'm gonna get crazy. Now we can really get a save, you know? Up on stilts. — 2024 looked really good. I think people spend like a whole lifetime there, you know? Hike left to the other ridge. Oh, yeah. Look, there's some cable things down there. Just on our left side, beneath us. Alright, you want to take us to this next ridge? Alright, it's your controls. Your controls. Hopefully this ridge will deliver. Yeah, I think it's worth going to this one versus, you know, look dead to the right. Your call, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I think that this will be, I think either will work. I think this will probably be better overall. And it's not too big of an investment. The contours look better on the map. Yeah, it stays more aligned with the wind. Yeah, if I mean the tops aren't above us. Too bad we can't do shared cockpit in it. We're in Condor. Oh yeah, I think there is one called Your Controls or something like that, but I haven't tried it. Boy, a lot of sync right there. My hopes and dreams of Microsoft 2024 being awesome are slowly dying. Pretty much can only use 2024 for GA flying and 2020 for commercial. Yeah. Do you? I mean, I just use a normal glider preset for all of them. Haven't spent much time in 2024 gliding. I prefer Condor. Yeah. All right, ride this puppy out. Get us connected to those clouds. For towing in 2024. Yeah, they should make it so that you can tow your friends. We're on a good run here. Let's really make sure we get up. No, not even close. Not even a fleeting thought of a idea that might be a realistic option. Just lures you in, wind goes away. Yeah, that's a for sure death trap. But maybe over here. I can't tell how close we want to actually get to it, though. I don't know that we want to get ultra close. Because the wind just keeps dying away. Yeah. We're at 8.4. Not too bad. See if we could just ride it out here. Don't get too slow with these heavy wings full of water. Our min sync and L over D are actually a lot higher. See if you can hit 9. It'll just die away. Mm-hmm. 20 something knot winds up here. Try to stay as to the right as you can with these big peaks here. If we could stay connected up here, then let's do it. Don't know how you feels like you're defying physics here. Oh, keep that water in. Too close. Okay. Come on, where's that lift? Don't get too slow. I think we'll just have to get over and around this one. Yeah, the left over here will probably be the move. Let's see if we can get anything off of this little return here. Wind speed went way up, so. Oh boy, what a bunch of sink. Vario doesn't even know what's going on. We got to get to the right though. I don't know, I think that's wistful thinking. I think you're pretty close to putting us into the ridge if you commit to that. I think it's best just to go straight. Right. Our task speed way down now. The problem is we do have to go over some terrain, so we can't get too low. Also, the lift sucks close to the ground. I think we just do our best to stay as high as we can. Yeah, think about it more big picture. think we should have a good little run along all these little ridges along here. Not too much sink over here. If we can migrate, yeah. If we migrate up towards the right, you know, all the better. Right. I think if you just fly kind of the average path of the ridge, that'll be kind of the best way. What a bump. Yeah, I can't tell you yet. I think the ridge directly to our left might be good because it'll lead up and over to where the waypoint is, you know? Just off to like R11, 1030. Cool lake. I mean, take like 1 or 2 circles and we could peace out or just, yeah, this is a good read. Definitely do need this. Even that was a great boost. See, we made it to the top of a ridge and now it's killer. I feel like we're probably on final glide now. Just stay connected to the clouds. Uh-huh. I would make this our very last turn here. Yeah, this is slower than slowing down. Alright, yeah, we definitely can't go higher. Alright, kick the tire 90 degrees right and point to it. Yeah, waypoint's behind us now to the right. No, just go direct. Follow the clouds here to the, just to the left, and say a semblance of attachment to the peaks as we go. But yeah, I'll take it for a lit. My controls. My controls. So 10,000 is pretty good. Probably should have been to the left of these peaks here, but it's just a bit off course. Pretty aggressively off course. But it's just so much sink here, just gonna lose all that altitude. No one yet? Yeah. Which like which flashback? I don't really remember. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, at the very end. You just eked it out. There's been a few. So can't blame me. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to commit to some point. I think it's best to stay upwind overall. But if right, I think my goal is just these like kind of peaks right off our nose. But I just don't want to go around the downwind side of this little guy. So I'm gonna cut hard right as soon as I'm over the top of this. Our average pace is gonna suck, cutting this far away from the waypoint. Yeah, I just feel like I would get stuck in a bunch of lee side sink if I went on the right over there. Yeah, that's brutal. I made one kind of okay choice so far. Uh-huh. You found that killer spot. Yeah. Talk about coming home with extra energy. Hmm. I almost feel it. Oh yeah. Is it like? Is that the one with like carbon? Yeah. What did it look like? Yeah, like a cylinder, right? But there was like no carbon dust on it. I do know what you're talking about. I might have one thing mixed up with another, but yeah, I feel like I can't fly any faster than this. Big sink over here too. Yeah. Oh man, huge sink out here as well. Yeah, I think that's like exactly. And that's how gliding people started using it as well. I think it's all pretty dodgeable from here as well. Riding the knife edge here. You wanna fly us a good bit? All right, just let me know. All right, your controls. Your controls. I think we're basically on final glide for the rest of the course. Probably get a bit more lift along the way. I'd say if you probably really just focus on heading to the ridge right in front of us, then we'll... That is some sync. Yeah, we could just keep the pitch attitude we have. Or we already got the speed. You're still at a fine speed. I think we can just pretty much fly straight through it all. Probably flying above the optimal speed right now, creating a bunch of sync. Yeah, I think if we go about 100 knots, we'll probably get to the ridge at the top of the peak here. Which side? Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, where the road is carved through. Yeah, I'm sure they had to. And some cool water up here to fly over again. Hopefully we can jump up here up to the cloud. If you feel it lift, yeah, I think you can pull back and really use up a lot of our airspeed. This seems like it's taking us up, yeah. This waypoint's so small, we'll definitely have to go away from the lift to tap it. Nice, this is good. I think once you hit the peak, we can start heading left to it, and I think we'll still have lift as we head towards the waypoint until we're out from under the cloud. Like cloud base is a little bit lower out here. Yeah, it looks like we'll have some cool lake to fly around. And it looks like those ridges over there are lined up with the wind nicely. This would be a cool finish. Yeah, sure is. I don't remember. We left Innsbruck. We headed west. You can just edge the just very tangent circle. Those were all words. You do have a wind off our left, so. Almost. Alright, there we go. Alright. Take us to the upper portion of these ridges here. That definitely will save us some time rather than going all those extra track miles, you know. So I don't know that the ridge will be perfect at first, but as we continue down it, the wind will line up even better. So, but if we can get under those clouds, I think we'll have lift the whole time, and we'll just be flying. So I think like the upper echelon of the ridge is the part to aim for. We have a slight tailwind as well, so if you slow down, we'll have even better glide performance, and we'll get there higher. Yeah, I mean, you're right there. You play it how you feel is right. But we're cooking, you know, at 120 knots. We'll be going fast through sync at, 90 knots as well. And some of that sync on the Vario, maybe 400, 500 feet of it is just from us anyway. Yeah, here we go. We'll find more. Pretty good. Alright, this is going to be the fast finish where we really get our speed up. Some lift will come here. It's always sync around the lift. I think this is probably as close as we should get on this portion of it. Hopefully the clouds pull us up over the top. Lake is really cool. This is a scenic spot, huh? I think we've survived the ridge so far. Yeah, overall. Okay, well, let's see if we can finish strong here. Looks like we're well above final glide even from here. I don't know if that's accounting for terrain, but we definitely don't have to circle, you know. Only a 25-to-1 required to get home. And we're already cooking, so this might shape up to be pretty fast. I'm not going to watch the task speed creep up. Alright, just make sure the wings don't fall off, that's the only thing. This is a cool task, I'm glad we did it. We're gonna have so much energy going home. Oh, cool, yeah. Doesn't look like there's an actual tunnel in the game, but boy, wouldn't that be fun to try to see if you could fly through a tunnel? I was thinking like the 126 because it has really small, short wings. Well, maybe, I mean, in ground effect. But the glide ratio is pretty abysmal for the 126, so. Yeah, except shortest the wing is 15 meters. Yeah, glider. Yeah. I've seen that clip. I feel like I'm not hearing the notification for when people join. I must have accidentally muted that. I don't know how. Yeah, we're almost at the end of this task. Let me try. I can hear him. Oh, but I didn't hit the button. I'm gonna try something. Okay, your controls. Sorry, I had to get my force feedback back. Uh, 16-to-1 required. I think it's just in the flatlands ahead of us, so we could just, you don't have to really, oh, just don't destroy the wing there. Let's stay just below 130. We'll have some overhead as we descend, but Joe is I'm in a head tracker, but since he can't hear you, and we're also streaming out to YouTube, I'd say you have make this a watch only segment. Dude, look how tiled the lake is. Oh. think the airport is on the close side of this side of the lake. On a good tear here. Overall, had a pretty strong finish. And nautical miles is it's gonna take us less than 5 minutes at this speed. Just don't you let that flutter creep in. Somewhere in Europe, I forget where this is. Where did we say this was? Switzerland somewhere? It's a tiny little airport just under our nose, 1 o'clock low. I never get to look around these days when I'm flying. I tried to let my mom fly, and I would like get some clips of her flying. She did not. She just wants to observe. No, no, never. But no, that's funny. But they all wanted to see up in California. I think maybe I'm just older and wiser. Alright, from the Discord chat is what stick do you fly with? X56. I use an old Microsoft force feedback, whatever. It's so worth it. I mean, it's so good. Really, just because you could trim it out like a normal stick. So, yeah, Condor's just an older visual model. 5 nautical to go. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I think it's right here on the bank, right off our nose. Our lower limit's 2,300. $12 to 1. We're making 17 to 1. I can't really tell. Oh, okay. I think I see the runway literally just parallel to the shore over here. It's like bright. It's tan. Like just off the right tip of our nose. And it's like kind of at us at an angle. I think that's it. Okay. Let me see. Hard to tell. Nothing on the map seems very obvious on what the lake is. So we'll release the water once we pass. Copy that. I'm feeling pretty dialed these days on my landings from the back seat, so hopefully this will be a good one. Hard to finesse it. Yeah, that's definitely the runway. The wind's... Yeah. Can confirm from the back seat. Looks right. Wind's off our left, but it's slightly a tail component, so I feel like You know, we're flying downwind basically right now. And I'll land opposite direction. Yep, I concur. You see that DC-3 down there? 83.3. Pretty good. So, okay, well, that was a win. We got slow, but we saved it. We sped up. We made it happen. All right, send it. Yeah, you'll have cool views while you're streaming it while we land, because you can do the from the outside and everything, right? Or you can do it however you want, you know. But all right, my controls. My controls. Yep. Okay. After we land, I'll play around with you of Rocket League if you want. Round or two. All right. Yeah, so I'll ping up with you after this. All right, I'm just flying slow right now so that the water can get out and just sightseeing over the city. Yeah, and see what lake it is. Cool little sports complex over here. Okay. Cool marina. Cool sports complex. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're pretty low now. We might be. Have to pick an excellent ridge condition day and like go for super long, like 2,000 kilometer flight. Gonna really see my crosswind technique, huh? So I'm pointed directly into the wind right now. It makes me think that 8 is actually slightly tailwind component. Yeah, because I'm pointed directly into the wind. So it makes me feel like 8 would be slightly tailwind component. So it's gonna come in from 2.6, I think. Yeah, gonna take it off the left here. We still dumping water? Gears out. Alright. Runway does look good. Might give us one last bug wipe. Man, this glider is so efficient. Okay, flaps we don't have. Gears down. I'm gonna fly it at 60. Trim it up for 60. Air brakes. Yep, looks like they work. Looking for traffic. Nothing on extended downwind. Downwind looks clear. Base final. No one's on the runway. Looks like we're clear to land. Not quite a 45-degree, but because that aggressive crosswind, just gonna keep it a little closer. Gears down. Watch that speed. Glider's much more efficient than a K21. Considerable crab. Can catch this landing here. Now we're gonna have quite a headwind component here, so I'm not gonna go too far out. I'm gonna basically roll it up to the taxiway, so I'm not trying to land super short. Water looks pretty good. Reflections are looking pretty good. Now I know this turn's probably going to be less than 90 degrees because that crazy crosswind off the left. Still overshot a little bit. Not going to crank too much, going to let that wind push us back. And I'll do a little side slip here to land while I'm looking over the shoulder. Start bleeding that energy. Tiny bounce. Looking freaking sick. I want to see DC6. 3. See, oh my gosh, sorry. I was just thinking about the PMDG one. They were talking about in a news post earlier today. You said they had them. Oh, cool. Yeah, they do have that SF38 or whatever. Motor glider. Dude, cool. We rolled right up to it. What a fun flight. What a cool way to end it. But it did look good on approach there, didn't it? Definitely. Definitely cool to see. I wish we could open the cockpit and get out and look around like we can in 2024. I didn't touch the brakes at all. We energy perfect here to the DC3. I was watching it when we were flying circles. It looked really cool. Skipping around. It looks pretty smooth on my screen. I'm going to hop off and maybe do a quick round of Rocket League or two, I guess, in the other channel. Okay. Otherwise, good flight. I'm gonna hop out of Condor.
Sorry. Sorry if anyone's still here. I just realized that my audio got reset. I do apologize. Um, but there you go. I don't know if you guys got any audio at all. Um, but I mean, there you go. You got me at least. If anyone's still here, I do apologize. I just got an error on Condor. I'm gonna try this again. I don't know what just happened. Let's try this again. Sorry. Oh, you can hear me on the. Right, here we go. I don't know if anyone's still here. I'm sorry, guys. But at least there'll be a record of something. Ooh, Pawnee. Is that new? I don't remember ever doing a Pawnee. That's nice. Right. Give me the Pawnee. Wind is twitching. Oh my god, what did I set the wind to? Right, like a pretty good one, so. Order's a little bit better, I think. That's good. Weather's looking good. Alright, here we go, 2.8. $3,000. Alright, there we go. 3.7. Player left. Player middle. He's dumping us in the middle. Alright, player right. Alright, we can head to Doylestown or we can head south. That was more in the start cylinder, but in real life I'd probably go south because that's more in our zone. There's a little one right there too. Could try for that. I'm gonna go out here though. Let's see what we can do over Doylestown. Little light down there, pretty well modeled. At 3.2 now. Right, here we go. Zooming in here, 70 knots. There's Doylestown, that's my land out. I'm not making a very smart play. This happened to be way farther than I thought it would go. Alright, let's find a thermal. There's some sage. This is also right in the pattern of Doylestown, so you would not want to be here. Gained 700 feet. I'm gonna try over here. Yeah, that one over there was probably dying. Didn't miss out, but didn't miss a whole lot. Let's go for this J. Went 17 knots. It's bumping up here. Not that bad, but you know. There we go. Made the right decision there. I'm gonna push up one more. We're getting pushed quite a bit. Pretty small thermal. Average of 4.7 though, that's not bad. Alright, let's get to the start. Okay, I picked knocked medicine down as the start, so that's what we'll do. Even though, as it stands, I probably wish I could go the other way, but whatever. We know there's a couple good thermals here. Alright, we'll do this task, and then after that, that'll be it for me tonight. Let's see. I don't think anyone's still here. Sorry, you're most welcome. Appreciate them stopping by. I wish I could have talked to him. It's been a while since seen him in stream. But let's see, when's next stream? Should be good for Friday on DCS. Saturday too, maybe. I'll ask Kyle when he's available so we can do more loading. MSFS maybe. Hop in the STEMI, that might be fun. I'd love to fly the Asteria around here too. That would also interest me. Kind of messed up the placement of the start cylinder. This is usually exactly right in it, right around here. I'm gonna get a little bit extra altitude before the start. Getting light 600 feet. That cloud looks like it's building. Let's head for that. Oh my god, the gear's still down. was thinking about that on tow, but I just forgot to do it. Alright, let's do this guy try. Alright, we made that. Stuff around here for any lift. I don't want this to take me too long. I don't know if I'll do a whole task, we'll see. There we go. There we go, there we go. Nice one. Yep, we started the task, but we're going out of it. We're almost, and we're left at task limits like 5,000, so not that bad. Right, now we're in a good spot. 6,700. These are higher clouds than usual, but realistic. Probably should have done like 6,000 for the cloud base. That probably would have been good. But I'll take everything we need to get. This is probably similar conditions to when we had the flight in the duo. We'll see if it gets overdeveloped. I don't think I've had any overdevelopment plans. But we should just be zooming now. Let's see. We have to go off to the north anyway, so I think we'll go to the right here. It's trying to straighten up. I forgot to find the McCready button. You gotta set that. But let's see. This should probably be like maybe 2.5. I think that's fair. Probably like 75, 80 knots. Test speed was started off slow, but we got so much altitude, so I'm not complaining. We're starting off downwind. And it pushed us a really long way, so not that long, but a decent bit. So it's not that bad. We got the gear up for the task, that's all that matters. This is a cool perspective out north that I don't have any head. Right, land out options. Van Sant's up there. We got Elephant Pass. My number one pick would be Van Sant. Probably should have thermaled in that one. We'll just keep going. There's a fair bit of clouds around. I think we'll be okay. Oh, I almost have the task. I'm gonna let it push me into it, I think. There's 6,000. Alright, there we go. I think this was a good thermal choice. Let's get on out of here now. We're heading up to Green Lane. Yeah, I just noticed that, Kyle. I fixed that. We didn't put any sound out. I know. I'm really sorry about that. But it's every time I restart and do an update, it does that. So, uh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I fixed it, and it's like every time I update. So, I apologize about that. I wanted to talk to what's his name? You're most welcome from Australia. He's a pretty cool guy, but we don't see him that much. But I'll put out a YouTube post talking about the stream. But yeah, I'd love to do some more things in Cali. I got my rotor fixed, so it's much more realistic now. That's full rotor there. So I had it about like halfway or 75% on the slider, so I put it all the way up to max. So now it's good. I'm just doing a 3 dam task. Realistic weather, much easier than the last one we did. Should be good. This year's flying pretty good. Right, let's head on. Hmm. I think this cloud's worth it. Cast speed is like 30 knots. I kind of messed up the start, but other than that, not bad. You spent 30 minutes. That's not too bad. Man, it's a hike to go to the green light. Damn. Those clouds over there I might be able to link up with. Alright, let's see what we get. Let's look around over here. There we go. Just because it's not that good at first just means you didn't run into it. You just gotta adjust and you'll link up with it. There we go. About 500 feet more left to go. Who's there?
Howdy, it's Hawkeye. Long time no see, man.
Yo, man, what's up? I'm streaming right now on YouTube. Streaming gliders.
Oh, nice. How can I not find your channel?
Just go on YouTube uploads, you'll see it in there.
So, there it is. Not find your channel.
Yeah, I started the stream off with no mic audio, so yeah. But now it's fixed.
Really? Can they hear me on that on the stream?
Yeah, everyone hear you now. Well, you're probably the only one in the chat right now, but
It's me and I think someone else. Hello, everybody. Can they hear me on that?
well, there's like probably the only one in the chat.
It's me and someone else. Hello, everybody.
Alright, let's keep moving. That was a good thermal. Got up to 7,000 man cloud base going up. Alright, let's keep heading down towards green line. Test speed dropped a few knots. We're looking okay though. There's Allentown over there. Drifted up quite a bit now.
So, seems like the stream is lagging behind.
It lags behind a little bit, yeah.
7,000 minutes. I'll be back.
We're gonna zoom in. I just saw Kyle recorded the whole thing, so I will post that with the first part we were doing through the Alps. I'll post that in the comments so that you could get the full audio. These clouds are looking good. Might take a couple circles on this guy. We're getting 16 to 1. Ouch. We're going fast though, that's good. Alright, let's see if we can stuff out a thermal under here.
Okay, so remember how a couple of streams ago in the chat I was talking about how War Thunder broke my PC?
Yeah, I think so. Just hit this thermal.
Well, it's still broken.
It's still broken?
Yeah. I mean, it's not my dad's. Still trying to fix it.
I still don't understand how you got a virus from War Thunder.
I don't either.
Alright, let me find the center of this.
Yeah. Not my dad's.
Here we go. I still don't understand how you got a virus. go.
The longest video I have ever put on YouTube. So,
Here we go. There we go. 8 knots. Trim back a little bit. And some good 67 knot thermals. Kinda wish I brought some water, but I usually don't carry it in real life, so. Water for the wings, of course. I always carry water in the cockpit. I need to get a camelback this year.
okay, Joe, I do have to go now. Nice talking to you, though. Have a great night.
You too, man. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.
See ya. Alright.
Alrighty, that was Hawkeye. He'll lurk around in the Discord sometimes. And in chat. We got a nice little thermal there. Let's keep on heading on. I think I'll just dolphin under these guys. We're looking pretty good. And then should be a dash back to the finish. We'll see how fast we can do this. I'd be happy to do it under an hour. It'll be kind of sketchy though. We're gonna stay fast. There we go. Oh, a cloud streamer here. That's kind of nice. Ah, I got it to the circle. It's too good. Let's see if I can get it centered up fast. That turn in there, that felt pretty realistic. But just this few hundred feet in the slider makes a huge difference. It won't get you that much farther, but you just need it because you use lift a lot too. Alright, there we go. Probably could have taken one more, but I think that's fine. Gained like 500 feet. Pretty good. I think we'll hit up that cloud. Or one of those over there. Both look pretty good. I probably should have came more off to the left. But that's okay. I also really messed up this task placement, but I didn't want to waste too much time. What the heck? Crazy. Crazy sound. Alright, let's finish this task. Boom. Alright, we'll see if I need dolphin on the way home. There's tons of clouds, so if I have the thermal, I can wait later. Minimum finish altitude is 2800, so I'll play by those rules. They do need at least one grid climb back up. Cast speed is 33. Is that Penridge? Yeah, Penridge. Wait, maybe that 4 is taking off that thermal. Let's go for that. Nah, just seriously. I could switch around and probably find a decent thermal under here, but I'm not gonna waste the time. I'll just pick one that comes up quickly. I do need to find one though. Here or maybe over Penridge over there. Alright, let's try this guy. We'll go upwind of him quite a bit. There we go. Boom, there we go. Let's see when I catch. Who's there?
Mhm.
I need to lock in here. Come on. There we go.
Mhm.
Not sure who that was. we need 12 to get there. That's no safety height, so I want to get a little bit higher. Let's go up to 5,000 and I'll push over. Man, I can't wait to be flying this glider again. I miss it so much. Alright, I like this height now. That should be able to just there comfortably. Hopefully didn't waste too much time. Let's get going now. Man, we got blown away over here. Crazy. Alright, let's... Time to speed for the finish now. It's actually so cozy from back here. I'll fly with the rudder. Come on. There's some gliders where the back seat is kind of in the hole like that. It's more like kind of like this. Or more like that, I guess. Alright, PGC. Is that it there? No. It's over there. Right there. Ooh, I want to do it under an hour. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I remember we did it in Microsoft Flight Sim and I was shooting for under an hour, but I got like an hour and a half. Kyle might have gotten under an hour, I don't remember. We also had slightly closer boundaries, I think. So, let's see how I do. And better weather. I don't remember the weather. You could probably find it on YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna beat an hour. Nah, I'm not making it there in 30 seconds. Might have to hit up one turn in a thermal. asking if you wanted extra feet just to get me over to the finish line. This is a really good thermal. I kind of want to ride it all the way up and be pretty satisfying, but I don't have the time. I'll just land after we finish the task. This was a quick little one. Fun time. What are you doing? Come on, almost there. I'm gonna stay above 2800. Well, sometimes it's 2500. It just depends on which finish you take. We'll go for the 2500 one, I guess. Come on, let's inch across the finish. Stay above 25. Yeah, there we go. 36 knots, not too bad. Alrighty, let's turn on a downwind. Alright, pre-landing checklist. Undercarriage down unlocked. Speed. We've got a big crosswind. Let's go 60. Trim, set for the speed. Airbrakes. Jet. Alrighty, we're looking okay. Let's just follow the road. Stay crabbed quite a bit here. Speed string. Going past point A, going up on point B. Alright. You're in here, let's make our right turn. Turn it down a little bit, we're kinda high. Not too bad. Nice flight. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Do appreciate you. Nice flight today. In the little austere and earlier the duo. I'll catch you guys next time. Should be some streams sometime this week. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate you. Stay safe, fly safe. See ya.